I would love another coffee, you know?
You've had 2 already.
I know, but I would love a third one.
No,
There is no 2 without 3.
3's a magic number.
There you go.
But if you have 3 in a row, you'll be shaking like a shitting
Coffee
dog.
is fun. No, I didn't have 3 in a row.
You'll either shake like a shitting dog or you'll have to run to the loo during this podcast. Do you know what I mean? That's what you'll be doing.
You get that?
Yeah.
How are we looking and sounding, darling?
Amazing.
Amazing. Did you say that on your final last week? Amazing. How do you say amazing in Spanish?
Increíble.
Increíble.
Brutal is brutal. It's like, wow.
Oh, so in the UK, brutal's like, well, that's really brutal. That's harsh.
That was brutal.
Awful.
Yeah. No, but in bruto is like you are. But brutal is like, wow, it's blow my mind. Increíble.
Okay.
Do like say this. Increíble.
Increíble.
Yeah, esto.
Esto.
Yeah, esto increíble.
Esto increíble.
Increíble.
Who says that?
I'm famous singing that. Esto increíble.
Should we crack
Because
on?
people does meme of him.
Oh, okay. Let's get into Lost in Translation.
Yes.
Increíble. Hello, I'm Gemma Atkinson.
And hola, I'm Gorka Marquez.
And this is Lost in Translation. This is our judgment-free
Wait.
zone. What?
May I do it in Spanish today?
You're going to do it in Spain?
Yes, for all the Spanish listeners, you know, which there are loads.
Vamos.
Hola a todos, amigos. Recordaros que esta es la zona donde escuchamos y no juzgamos. Hablamos de todo lo que nos pasa en la semana, resolvemos vuestros problemas y de vez en cuando también hacemos un juego.
So without further ado,
¡Empezamos!
vamos. Coming up.
Próximamente.
She turned around, pulled her pants down and parted her bottom and went, and one ear.
All the masses go like...
But I thought, but then I went, hi, okay, how's the day going? He's just, you hear him before you see him.
And if I'm walking on a street and I see a cat coming towards me, I literally go, you stay, I cross the road.
You can't get on a Pendolino with a pig's foot. Okay, but what about for those of us who don't want to eat a pig?
You have the plan behind you?
That's well nice, that. That
Say
is
that again, well nice.
well nice.
Yeah, that's probably monk.
Hola, España.
What's going on?
What's been going on this week?
Well, many things has been going on this
You're,
week.
for the first time ever, for the first time in a long time, not going to Spain today.
Yeah.
We got chuffed, but then we realised, he's going to London.
Yes.
Straight after this, because you've done the final of Strictly in Spain last week.
See?
And the person who you thought would win
He won.
did win.
Yes.
Today
Talent.
you're going to London because
See?
you're going back to Strictly for the semi-final and final
Well,
of Strictly.
I'm doing High Dogs tomorrow
Yeah.
and Saturday maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start rehearsals for the semi-finals for Strictly and recording the Christmas show
Wow.
on Tuesday. Yeah.
Do you know what the Christmas music is yet?
Yeah. Merry Christmas, I'll give you my heart.
Last Christmas.
Last Christmas, I'll give you my heart.
That's the Whamageddon. They
Yeah.
call it Whamageddon.
No, I don't know. To be honest, I'm not taking part on the Christmas. I'm just going to watch the Christmas and I have to be there clapping
Okay.
to create atmosphere.
Right. So they'll just put
Yeah.
you in leather pants and get you clapping.
Right, probably,
That's
yeah.
Clever of them.
Probably
Sexy Santa.
Probably red leather trousers, white beard and nothing else. You know when you see one of those hot Santas?
Yeah.
That will be me.
Well, this week for me, I finish work on the 19th. So
Is it the 19th?
The 19th, so it's the 11th today. Oh, it's my dad's birthday today, bless him.
Oh, happy
so
birthday.
he would have been, what's the math?
72.
Yeah, he would have been, 73 my dad would have been today, bless him.
Oh.
Wow.
So it's been 20.
He'd have been getting ratted having a
It's
right
been
laugh.
20.
He died when I was 17 and I'm 41. So I'm not good at maths.
Sorry.
17, 27, 37,
30,
39, 40.
35.
He died 24 years ago and he died at 52. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So he would have been a lot older than that, 76.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, bless him.
76, never been kissed.
Well, he's haven't been kissing a while, so
That's
yeah.
true. Well, I hope not, Christ. But no, I'm finishing on the 19th. Tonight I'm at the Manchester Cathedral. We're doing
What are
a
you doing
carol.
there?
It's like a carol service for
Oh.
the Christies.
So you're going to church now?
No, me and Tools are doing it after the radio.
Is that when you had the children's and...
Yeah, it's dead nice. It's all candlelight and stuff,
Oh, beautiful.
which will be nice. But yeah, it's kind of like we're all at that wind down period-ish now. I think. Obviously, you're not. You're going to be busy.
Mm-hmm.
But you're kind of escaping in a way because Father
Escaping?
Christmas has to obviously have presents wrapped and stored.
The elves do that.
The elves, yeah. So this mummy elf is going to be working solo from now until the 21st. So when you come back from Strictly, Christmas will be done. Everything, the elf work will be done. Let's just say that. And you won't know anything about it. And then you'll sit there Christmas morning without having a clue what Santa's brought, but just like this, not having a clue what's in there. So how lucky are you?
But you love to do that.
I do like to
You
do
love
it.
Christmas.
Yeah.
So in fact, I do it for you because I know you enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I'm not great at it, so I'll let you do it.
You normally rap though.
Yeah, I'm
He's
a good
very
rapper.
good at rapping.
I love to rap.
I hate rapping stuff. I just kind of wrap it, do you like they would in a chippy? So
Yeah.
side, roll, tape.
Yeah.
Side, roll, tape.
Like a caramel.
Yeah, whereas you do it
I'll
very
do like
he
a-
does
like a-
it so
like a
neat
shop.
and precise.
Like in a Christmas shop, yeah.
I ain't got time for that.
I find it relaxing and peaceful.
Oh,
You don't like
no.
it?
If I'm
Just to
wrapping
see
a
how it
present, like a
goes.
birthday present, yeah, but when it's an elf job and
Yeah.
you've got at least 6 or 7 gifts.
Do you know what
no.
is with you? She's not very patient in that way, and sometimes she wraps there and we start to do it like nice and neat, and then she pulls too much and the paper rips, and then she gets frustrated because she
Yeah.
has a hole in the middle, so she has to cover it.
And rather than start again, I just cover it with another patch.
And then it's when I go, it's okay, Gemma, I'll do it.
And Benji's had his hair cut this week,
Yes.
hasn't he?
He looks like 3 kilos
He
lighter.
looks like a little lamb, but he looks
Yeah.
a little bit like Norman as well.
I know.
My other dog, well,
Yeah.
our other dog. Sorry, I keep saying mine.
It was your dog.
And
I came after.
I was at Bleakholt yesterday, and I FaceTimed Gorka because there was a German Shepherd Labrador cross, 4-month-old puppy named George who needed a home.
It's funny because she called me. I was at home and she called me. And I knew she was at Bleakholt, so she called me and I knew what she was going to be the call for. So I kind of like ignore it. Yeah?
Yeah, I know you didn't answer, did you?
Yeah, and she called me again. And I ignored it. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to call and see if it's something important. So I called her and she was like, look, Gorka. And she just put the phone into the face of the dog and she was petting the dog and she was like,
It was so
and I was
cute.
like, no. She was like, it's cute. I was like, no. She was like, it's only 3 months. No.
Yeah, his actual words were, don't even think about it.
Yeah, so I said to her, no, don't even think about it. I was like, if you come home with a dog, I'm leaving.
They won't let me anyway. They actually said, I said to Danny, who was there with me, I was like, has there been applications for him? I said, how many people have put in? And she was like, Gem, you couldn't have him anyway. He's a German Shepherd cross. We don't know anything. I was like, oh, God. I was thinking, should we just get rid of Tiago and Mia so that we can have loads of dogs?
No.
Oh, he was a gorgeous little thing.
What else is happening this week?
Mia's been practicing for her school play.
Oh, yeah, she had today the dress. Yesterday she had the
dress run.
She was like, I have a dress run today.
She's an angel, aren't she?
Yeah, she loves it.
She asked, what does she have to say? Listen to me.
I'm an angel of God.
I'm an
I bring,
angel of
I bring
God.
you news of great joy.
Yeah. But when
Yeah.
she says, listen to me, she does with her Spanish hand, listen to me.
Yeah.
She's like
And what
this,
about the
isn't she?
Macarena?
Yeah, last night she was casually learning the Macarena in the kitchen. And she basically it made me laugh. I came home from work and she went, Mum, I've got something to show you. And I said, what? She said, I've got 3 bruises. So I said, where? So she rolled her pant leg up and she went, 1 there. She rolled it up again, 1 there. And then she turned around, pulled her pants down and parted her bottom and went, and 1 here. I went, what are you doing? And it was a coccyx right on the bottom of her tailbone, a little purple bruise. She parted her bum to show me. And I said, how have you done that? And she said, well, I was dancing the Macarena, she said, on a frame up at school. She says, and I just slipped and landed right on it. She said, I've really hurt my tailbone.
Oh, bless her.
But she was doing, and I said, well, props for doing the Macarena because it's Spanish. And then you stepped up and went, I'll teach you. And that's what you were doing in the kitchen
we were
last
learning the
night.
Macarena.
Yeah.
She loves it.
A bruises,
Yeah.
bless her.
Oh, bless. There's nothing more painful than a bruise on the tailbone. Anyway, should we move into what annoyed you from me this week?
So this is called Lost in Translation because a lot of things are lost in translation with us, aren't they? But we listen and we don't judge.
We do judge.
Rather
sometimes.
than have a row in the kitchen now, we just store it mentally and then message Molly, our producer, about what's pissed each other off. And then we air it out here. So last week, The results are in. I was annoyed last week because someone posted on our local Facebook group about a homeless man giving him grief. I was fuming about it. I wanted Gorka to be angry about it with me, but he just didn't react when I told him.
Yeah, I didn't judge, by the way. Says that I was judging her. I didn't judge at all.
Poor
I just
fella.
not bothered about it.
In fact, I'm going to buy him loads of like nice things next time I'm at the supermarket and say to him, stay here as long as you need, and piss that woman off even more. You got annoyed because you said I was moaning about everything in the hotel we had to stay at. Do you want to know the results?
I know the results.
50-50.
It's the first time in 8
High five
episodes
me.
that we draw.
A 50-50 split.
We were both right. We have both of us have their own right to be annoyed and to not be annoyed.
That's true. Oh, well, that is like a therapy session, isn't it? Thank you very much. 50% agree with me and 50% agree with Gorka. So that proves that I'm not a hotel snob. It's just you need a window in a hotel.
But here says something. People were more opinionated on the toilet seat from our dilemma. And the people have spoken and they said that the toilet seat should stay down.
Oh, yeah, this was because our dilemma that we solved last week was from a lady, wasn't it, who she was sick of her other half leaving the toilet seat up.
Yes.
I agreed with her.
And I said...
Was she called D? I think she was called D.
I don't know.
I agreed with her. You didn't.
No, I didn't.
And we got into a
disagree.
debate over that. We've had a message from Ross on YouTube. He says, as a plumber's son and a plumber myself, I was always taught to sit on the toilet, whether you're having a number one or a number two, especially in your own home. So yes, Gorka, thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's good. It's good for you. You empty your bowels better. And then you have less prostate
Well, it's
problems.
because when you say about sitting down, do you remember after I had Mia and everyone said you'd be constipated after a baby, and you genuinely are? Like that first poo post-child's like birthing another child from your back passage. It's awful. They told me to put my feet on a step.
That's how Japanese do.
Yeah, so that your knees are higher. So and it made it so much easier.
It's just because you don't have to push, you just release everything. Push you in a position that everything
Just
down
opens.
there, all the muscles go like...
Oh.
Yeah, but
Let's move on. Should we do our debates for this week?
You missed what I did.
I
no?
didn't. I saw it with my own eyes. Should we do our debates for this week?
Yes.
What's
Talking about like pushing the salad and going back to the toilet. It's actually very good. Like it's not just it's very good. Like it's convenient to sit down sometimes, you know? Because imagine how annoying it is when you wake up in the morning or you are in the middle of the night and for a reason you have to turn on the light. They're so bright, it hurts your eyes, yeah?
Yeah.
So imagine if you have to go in the toilet at 11, 12 in the night, 1 a.m., midnight.
How many times are you weeing in the
No,
night?
an example, yeah?
Right.
You go to the toilet for a wee, yeah? And it's in the middle of the night and you have to turn the light on to have a wee. That will break your sleeping mood and wake you up, so you want to be in the dark and no one has nocturnal view, you know, so or you are bloody good with pointing or you're gonna make a mess and then you're gonna go there, sit down and be all wet on your cheeks, you know what I mean?
So as well as health benefits, it's hygiene benefits.
Yes,
Health and hygiene to always sit down.
but the problem is you sometimes fall asleep sitting down, you know.
Oh gosh. What's your debate for me this week? What have I annoyed you doing?
Well, you gonna start?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on then.
You for me this week, I actually sent photographic evidence.
Nice. I
Tomorrow.
want to see the
A
photography.
few photographs.
I want to see
And
it.
it's something you've done. I don't know if you do it on purpose. I don't think you do. I'd like to hope you don't do it on purpose. Because it's happened twice recently.
with what?
But throughout our life, it does occasionally happen. And I think, tell myself maybe he was rushing. Maybe he had Tiago in his hands. Maybe there's reasons why this happens.
What happened?
And I know you do want a nice posh coffee machine, which I've refused.
The water thing, the fill.
Not just the water.
The coffee pod, no, empty. innit?
Yeah. What's that about?
This is my mull. He doesn't empty the fucking capsules. He leaves them like that. So I have to then empty them.
I sometimes don't realize I empty a lot of times, because you also want me saying that I don't feel the water thing. The other day you make a coffee and you left it emptied.
On purpose.
More than once?
Because so we've got a machine where when you lift it up, the
espresso
pod,
machine.
yeah. So when you lift an espresso up, the pod falls into a little
That's
pot.
why I want a proper coffee machine.
And Gorka lets them pile up and up and up to the point where you can't fasten the lid because it's nowhere to flick back
I don't let
to.
them pile. I just let them fill until the box is filled. That's why the box is there for.
So I can't, to make my coffee in the morning, it's a chore. Instead of just being able to, the convenience of that Nespresso is pod in, button press, done. But the chore for me is pod in, button press doesn't work. Why? It's not shut properly. Why? Because there's too many coffee pods in it. Oh, empty the coffee pods. Oh, the coffee. Wash it. Fill the water up. By the time I come to make my coffee, I don't need it because I'm already awake because of the amount of activity I've had to do.
I take this complaint, but this is going to pay you back, yeah? Because in the last month, you did that more than 3 times. So you do it.
But I've been doing it to see if you've noticed.
Yeah, okay.
And we also had to do, because Gorka has you've got an account with Nespresso, haven't you, where you pays per month for all these pods, but I buy them on Amazon because
So for the last year and a half,
you have to
2
go
years,
to the shop to use the
you can order them online, the app of Nespresso.
Yeah, the app wouldn't let me in. Do you remember? It said it was the wrong email
So basically,
associated.
I pay a subscription, it's like £20 a month, yeah, which in the long term is cheaper because every time you buy coffees, you have the credit, so you don't have to pay it, and they double up the credit. So if I spend, let's say, £20, they give me extra 20, so I have £40 to spend. But I end up paying that. Coffee is never used, so then I just pay money to pay money, and she pays money to buy them in Amazon because she loves to buy in Amazon. And also, in Amazon, she can only buy the wrong coffees, not the ones that we normally drink.
No, it's the wrong coffee for you because you don't like that flavour. I do.
I don't
it's
wanna-
Colombia, Mexico, and the blue one.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Yeah, that's the
Those
ones
are
that we
nice
drink.
flavours.
That's the ones that we drink.
Yeah.
No, but you don't buy those ones sometimes. You buy the Amorozio or something like that with vanilla flavor.
I buy whichever one's got a cross in the price and a lower price next to it. And I go that one. Whatever the flavour is, I'll get that one because there's 0.2% off.
So I take the blame. I will empty them, don't worry.
Okay. What's
Or
your
just
debate?
get Santa Claus to get a new coffee machine. Because I still haven't get anything for my birthday.
What's your debate?
And it's December 11th. My debate is that I don't have nothing that annoys me.
Really? Have I been all right this week?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's only one thing that annoyed me, and it was seeing you upset the other day.
I had a breakdown the other day.
Yeah.
But do you know what? In my defence, it was a full moon. We had that cracking
Yeah.
full moon.
Not upset with me, upset in
No,
like
not upset with
stress.
you. Stress. We had a massive full moon. My period's due.
Yeah. It was the last giant moon of the cycle, and it won't happen until next year.
And
they
it was
said,
because...
which is not far away anyway.
First world problems, again, it sounds like I'm moaning, but I had one of those days. So I got up in the morning. It was manic with school and chaos in the morning, wasn't it? I did that. I came home and I had to jump straight on a Zoom for an hour. I did that. Then I had to do some videos and recordings for Gem and Tonic. Was doing that. Straight after that, I had to jump in the car to the radio, but I had an hour's Zoom while I was driving, obviously just on audio. And then I was in the radio, so I said to him, I've done nothing that I've wanted for myself at all today, even training, nothing. I said, it's too much, there's too much going on. And I started crying. I sat on the chair crying, didn't I? Mm-hmm. And like Benji was looking at me as if to say, what the fuck is wrong with you?
To you and give you a
Tiago
hug.
run to me and give me a hug. And then I said to you, take him away. I don't want him to see me like this. But I just had a moment of from 10 to 6 in the morning till 20 past 7. I didn't do anything, like even make a nice brew. It was constantly phone. Can you do this? Move to this, move to that. And then I thought, well, I'll drive to work. I'll stick a podcast on. I've got a 40-minute drive to chill. And then I forgot the phone interview and it came through and I thought, fuck off. But then I went, hi, okay. How's the day going? Oh, but yeah. But that annoyed you?
No, not annoying me. Annoying me seeing you upset.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like it seeing you upset.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, empty your coffee pods and I won't be upset. Should we move on?
Yes.
Right, we're going to solve one of your dilemmas now. This is my favourite bit, I think, one of my favourite bits of the show because it's proved to me that our listeners go through the same stuff, which I really, really like. So this week's dilemma comes from Ella. Hello, Ella. She says, I've got a snack-based issue for you. Maybe you can help. I've recently moved in with my boyfriend and for the first time, it's been about 3 months of living together. Every time I buy snacks for the flat, my boyfriend always finishes them. And he never replaces them. Not once has he replaced them. Sometimes I don't even manage to try the things that I've bought because they are all gone by the time I get to them. I feel silly bringing it up because it's only snacks, but it's the principle. Am I being dramatic, and how do I set boundaries without looking unhinged?
I mean, it's your boyfriend, but I agree with you. Sometimes, maybe if he's once, yes, but I guess both have to buy stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I have a similar situation with my friend with Arduino, which actually, just remember, I want to see your opinion because I go annoyed, like you know how I get annoyed and 5 minutes later it's fine. I tell you when I'm annoyed,
Yeah.
and then it's fine, move on.
Yeah.
He got very angry with me, very upset with me.
Why? And he's Italian,
Yes.
so he's very passionate. Why did he get upset?
Anyway, we resolve this,
Okay.
and then we tell you.
I would be annoyed because if he's replenishing them, like if he's buying them again, that's fine. You live
Yeah.
together. I believe when you live together, you share.
Yeah.
Everything's shared. If it was your flat that he was coming round to and
Yeah.
eating your snacks, I'd put a lock on that drawer
Yeah.
and say, mate, you bring your own stuff
Yeah,
round to my
yeah.
house. But if they live together, it's only fair he should get the
Snacks
stuff as
sometimes,
well.
yeah. I will go like, oh, I'm fine with you eating the snacks, but I didn't buy them.
You went to the petrol station last night for your snacks because there wasn't enough, because we have a biscuit tin and you love digestives, don't you? I went in the biscuit tin last night, took a digestive out. He went, hey, shh, like that. I thought he was talking to Benji. And
So I have them in count,
Yeah.
and I knew there was like 10 biscuits that I wanted to have in my milk. And this is
I can't believe it.
This is like disgusting, but I love it. I do since I was a kid.
He puts about 10 digestives in a big cup, pours full fat milk on them and mushes them and lets them, a bit like Farley's rusk, but he does his own version and he does it most nights.
No, most nights, that's bad.
You do it a lot.
No, once a week.
More than that.
No, this week I did it. I normally do it when I'm very tired, or when I come
When you
from
want coziness.
or when I come from like a travel. For example, if I travel from Spain or like from a show, always do that in the night. It used to be when I was young. It used to be, you know, like how you have your hangover food.
Yeah.
It used to be that. Or even if I used to go on a night out with my friends when I was in my 20s in Spain, if I come home at like 3 in the morning, I used to still making that.
Still make it.
And it made me feel so good and I sleep like a baby.
For anyone listening who's just now craving digestives in milk, can you explain how to make it for them?
I can, if you want, we can do it one day here.
Oh, yeah, we
Live.
should.
So what I do is a mug, the biggest one, or you can get a bowl, but the bowl is hard because
No, a mug's better.
yeah, it's more good, like dense. So you get the mug, yeah. In mine, the mug is this big, so you just put biscuits the whole length of the mug, and then you just pour the milk over it.
And you don't break them up, do you? You just put them
No,
circular
I
in.
put them in, yeah, I put them like circular, and then I pour the milk a little bit, let it soak, a little bit more milk, and then I put with a spoon, I go slowly until they crack. So then the milk goes between it, and sometimes what I do, which is double whammy, is
Double whammy, yeah.
is Biscoff biscuits and digestive biscuits. So what I do, I put like, because the Biscoff are quite sweet, yeah? So I put like just 2-3 at the bottom, then digestives, then 2 more digestives, pour the milk. And what you can do is put like, let's say this amount of biscuits, pour milk, so that they get in the bottom, pour more biscuit, and then put
Really
more.
think about it, don't you?
It's a whole ritual, and you don't know how pleasure is being in bed with the mug. Yeah, I said to Mia this morning, Mia, do you know what I can't wait to do when I'm back from Strictly? And it's been in the sofa with the blanket next to her, watching Home Alone in New York, and just the biscuits like that. And if you can do that, it's even better. Oh.
No.
Ah.
I remember once my mum went for digestives for us, but there
love
wasn't
it.
any, and she came back with rich tea. You were wounded, weren't you? Like
Yeah.
the most driest biscuit ever. He's like, you won't work with this, Sandra.
I love it.
I
In
was
fact,
like-
Mia asked me for some milk after dinner, yeah? She was like, can I have some milk? And I was like,
Did you
like,
say there
can I
was?
have a biscuit? I'm like, yeah. It's like, can I have a 3? I was like, no, just 2.
Because you wanted them for yourself. Oh my gosh.
She didn't need them.
But in Ella's
Sorry,
case,
Mia.
you ate them all, but you did go and buy
Chocolate for you.
more, and you bought chocolate back as well. You bought me some white chocolate buttons. So I think, Ella, you're not unhinged. You're not being petty. You should just say to him, next time you do the shop, can you pick up X, Y, and Z snacks? Because I got them last week and they've all gone.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Or you could make a joke about, do I have to start hiding these from
Okay.
you?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'd do.
Yeah, me too.
Why was
So this is a dilemma. And actually, I would love your opinion and the listener's opinion. Sorry, Arduino. You might get upset with me for saying this.
Arduino works on Strictly.
Yes.
He's one of the
And
choreographers.
he's one of my best friends, and we always share apartment together when I go to London.
He's
so, for
a
example,
great dancer.
I'm going to London now, we're staying together. Might don't stay after this. It might kick me out, but it's okay. So, on the first part of Australia, we lived together, in the summer, so we were together. And then when I left and I packed everything, I forgot some bits down there, like a pair of shoes, a hat, blah, blah. So I have this new hat that I bought, and I left it there. I forgot it was in the bag, and I left it. And he told me, oh, you left your shoes, a hat, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, leave it there. When I came back, I get it. Yeah? Have in mind, sometimes I have clothes that I don't want to use anymore, or they're new or extra clothes. I give it to him, for example, if he wants to keep them or whatever, no?
Yeah.
So one day, he was in rehearsals, and I said, oh, how is it going, the rehearsals? You still there? And he sent me a picture. Yeah, we still here.
I know what you're going to say.
He was wearing my hat.
Yep.
It was new. And I left it there, I forgot it there, so I left it there. He was wearing my hat. So I hate people wearing my clothes or things that is mine.
Don't we know it?
Even Gemma, for example, I wouldn't, So when he sent me the picture, I replied, oh, thank you very much for asking me if you can wear my hat. Yeah?
Yeah, but it's not. It's this. Everyone's got the same shaped head, basically. It's not
I
gonna
don't
affect
no,
it.
but that's not I don't care. It's a new hat. I haven't even worn it. Yeah? It was in the bag. So I said, thank you very much for even ask. I don't care that he's wearing my hat. If he would have asked me, do you mind if I wear your hat? I was like, no, just wear it.
Right.
No? But he wore it without asking. So I sent that. And he said, are you being serious? And I was like, yes, it's my hat. It's new. At least you could have asked. Yeah? So he got upset with me.
Good.
Because he said, we are best friends. What is the problem of me wearing your hat? I was like, the problem is not that you're wearing my hat. The problem is you didn't ask. You feel
But if you'd have said yes anyway, what does it matter?
It's the fact of he thinks that he has the right to wear anything that even if it's not his. It's like, it's not yours. You wouldn't take something that is not yours, no?
Depends how much I liked it.
Yeah, but you would ask permission for, I think.
I always ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah, so he got upset because I didn't let him wear I got annoyed. And you know what he did
And have you not
after?
seen him since?
Yeah, I saw him after,
Oh, yeah.
But you know what he did after?
What?
It was so funny because he got so annoyed, he went home, go a shoebox, and he got a plastic paper. He put the hat in a plastic bag, like a see-through cooking bag, So it's like
a sandwich bag.
like wrapped, Put it there, put it on the box, and put on a note. Strictly not permitted the using of this hat. It's Gorkas, and send me a picture.
Oh.
Yeah. So he got upset because I said, why are you wearing my hat without asking? Okay, for me it's not, and that's the thing, for me it's not about the hat, it's about the ask. That makes sense?
Yeah, I don't mind stuff like that.
Yeah, but if you're living in the house and you have something there that is not yours, will you take it if it's not yours?
Like I said, if I liked it, yeah.
So
Probably.
So you agree with him then?
I agree with Arduino.
Okay, great.
Because I think, it's my best mate. He's not going to mind. It's not going to bother him.
Yeah, but I said to him, it's not that you're not my best friend. It's like, even my wife, I won't let her...
Who's your
like
wife?
You.
We're not married.
Well, my partner.
Oh, as if you call me his wife. Wishful thinking. Eh?
All right, well, anyway, that was my...
So you've solved two, Ella's and Arduino.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to get in touch, if you've got any dilemmas you'd like us to solve, you can email us at lostintranslation@bowermedia.co.uk, or you can follow us on social media. It's lost.in.podcast, and we do love seeing the comments on there. It's so funny. People comment genuinely either angry or agreeing with one or the other.
I know.
It's brill. Thank you all so much. So yeah, lostintranslation@bowermedia.co.uk or lost.in.podcast. Shall we play this week's game?
I would love to.
So this week's game is about categories. Oh, this is interesting. We have to name as many things as we can in each category. So the first category is style of dance.
Okay. We was first.
Should we try and go through the alphabet? So, style of dance, A. American smooth. B.
Bachata.
Bachata.
Cumbia.
Cha-cha-cha.
Cumbia.
D. Disco dancing.
That's not dance, but it's okay.
Okay. E.
E, no.
F.
Foxtrot.
G. No, there isn't any. H. Ha ha ha.
Just the dances, come on.
Okay. Okay.
I can tell you all of them.
Foxtrot, cha-cha-cha, rumba, salsa.
You're good.
Tango,
Samba,
paso
English
doble,
waltz, Viennese waltz,
hip hop,
merengue, vallenato,
jazz.
Argentine tango,
Is jazz
West
one?
Coast swing, Lindy hop, ballet, hip hop, contemporary,
Freestyle. Yeah, you can
Sevillanas.
freestyle. What's a
It's
sevillanas?
a dance from Spain. Flamenco.
What do you do in a sevillanas?
It's a dance for Sevilla. You have Sevillanas. They have 4 parts of the Sevillanas. You know the word Sevillanas?
Never heard of it in my life.
Google later.
Okay. So 4 parts repeated.
It's a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. They're similar but not.
Because like a foxtrot, you just walk for that, don't you? When I did foxtrot, I remember Ali Ash saying to me it's his favourite dance. He said because I'm just walking.
Yeah, but it's the most difficult one.
Don't I know it? I think I
He
got
told
4.
you to walk because you couldn't do it. That's why probably.
I couldn't do it at all. I
But you
hated it.
It's the most difficult with the footwork and everything.
Yeah, I know. That
But it feels
fleckle.
like you're just walking. Yeah, it feels like you're walking, but you're not walking.
The next category is breeds of dog.
You win that
Alphabet.
one. Yeah.
Akita, Beagle, Cavapoo,
Golden Doodle, Golden
Dachshund.
Retriever,
You
Labrador.
have to go through E, English Bull Terrier, Foxhound, German Shepherd, CDEFG, H. Oh, I don't know one for H.
Husky.
Husky, yes. Husky, I. J, Jack Russell, don't know why, Jack Russell. Hungarian Poolie, that could have been a good H as well.
I'm lost out with dogs. Many dogs, no?
Yeah, there's loads of different dogs.
What is your favorite dog?
I love staffies. My
You
grandma
do.
used to have a staffy. Do you know they're the original nanny dog? Because they're so good with kids. They get a bad reputation because of some idiots who own them, but they are the most gentle dog. And my sister used to have a staffy, Max. He was gorgeous, Max, and she had him when the kids were little. And people used to cross the road when they saw him, but he was so loving. She's had a staffy, then she had her Jackson, the Shar-Pei. Did you meet Jackson?
Yeah.
He was a big fella in,
The
wasn't he?
Shar-Pei.
Yeah, with all the wrinkles. And now she's got Rocco,
Yeah,
the
and
bulldog. But Rocco's just the
Rocco's
potato.
funny, yeah.
He's just so funny. He's just, you hear him before you see him. But I wanted a staffy, but Gorka didn't want a staffy.
I don't like stuffies. Or pit bulls or like Dobermans. No.
Why?
No, they look scary.
Yeah, but they're not. You won't say that about a person.
Yes.
You have to change that attitude.
Why?
Do you know, because as well, the other day, Mia, when I told her I went to Bleakholt yesterday, it was last night, I was telling her about all these dogs and cats that need homes. And she said, I'm frightened of cats. I said, no, you're not frightened of cats. And she said, I am. She said, Papa's made me frightened of them. She said, Papa is, so I am. And I thought, oh my gosh, like, I'm scared of snakes. But I can't let Mia see that. She can't be scared of cats growing up.
I've never been scared of a cat in front of her. I said I don't like cats.
I was with loads of cats yesterday.
I know.
There was two.
That's why I don't go to Bleakholt. What happened last time that we went to Bleakholt?
They asked him to hold a cat.
And
for
I
a
went
picture.
the other way. Remember?
He wouldn't-
It was the only
he wouldn't
kennel
come in the
that I didn't
cattery.
go. I didn't go close
We're building
to.
a cattery at the minute,
Yeah.
and you can have your own pens and this and that. And I went in the pen, and all these cats were crawling on me, and little kittens. And I'll be honest, I'm a dog person. Put me in a room with any breed of dog, I will
Oh, I
go
know.
to pieces. I love
Dogs,
it.
yes, but
cats
cats, oof.
for me, it's because they're unpredictable. Like, you know where you stand with the dog.
Yeah.
You look at the back end of it, tails up, down, wagging, it's different signs. A cat, my grandma's cat, TC, was such a little bastard. He used to sit on my knee and he'd be purring, looking at me, and I'd be like, oh. And then out the blue, he'd go, "Tut, tut, tut," and like 3 times.
It's like the videos when they hit the dogs.
Yeah,
isn't it?
and then he'd run off, and I'd
Yeah.
think, if you don't
Why
want to
for?
sit with
Yeah.
me, just casually walk off. That's my only concern with them. It's they're unpredictable.
No, I see them and I don't even look at them. I just cross the road. Like when I used to live in London, in the streets, it used to be lots of the houses with cats. And if I'm walking on a street and I see a cat coming towards me, I literally go, "You stay." I cross the road. I go to the other side.
Don't let
disturb
Mia
you.
see that, because she told me yesterday she's scared of cats. And
Well,
I thought, no, come
sorry,
on, she's
I'm
got to
scared
work
of
through
cats.
that. Number 3, tapas items and picky bits, British or
Ham,
Spanish.
chorizo,
Sausage roll, pork
ear,
pie.
pork feet, pork
Spam
nose, patatas
Pineapple,
bravas,
pineapple on a stick, triangle
tortilla
sandwiches,
patata, scrambled eggs with chorizo and ham,
Mini flapjacks.
alioli,
sausages.
pescadito frito,
Alioli.
morcilla,
Is that the garlic
chistorra.
mayo?
Sorry?
Alioli.
Sí,
Is that garlic mayo?
yeah.
That's well nice, that. That
Say
is
that again, well nice.
well nice.
Yeah, that's probably monk.
It is. I've had it before. I can't think where I've had it, but I remember trying it and thinking.
There's nothing better that we make now in Spain at this time. We have these like chunky little potatoes, very crispy, and then you fry 2 eggs on top of them, and then a bit of Spanish ham, and then alrededor some drops of alioli sauce. Ooh.
Speaking of tapas in picky bits, obviously we've already said that.
We're doing that
after
Christmas,
today.
yeah.
I ain't going to see you till the 21st.
Yes.
Do I need to get any picky bits?
No, I'm bringing the pig from London.
What do you mean you're bringing the pig?
Pig food.
Oh, Gorka, not again.
Yes.
You can't have that
I'll
on
make
a
sure it's
tray.
shaved so you don't see the hair.
You can't get on a Pendolino with a pig's foot.
Why not? It's in a box.
Yeah, but it'll stink.
It's inside of a box. Close, you wouldn't smell it. I'll bring it.
Okay, but what about for those of us who don't want to eat a pig
Well, just
on Christmas Day? What am I supposed to have?
You have the plant behind you?
No, I'm serious. What can I? Should I just sort myself
Rob
out?
loves it. Your sister loves it. Your mum loves it. Peter loves
Right.
it. I love
What
it.
about me?
Mia loves it. Tiago loves it. Your nephews and niece love it. Your niece cannot eat it, by
Okay.
the way. The only people who doesn't like it is you and Clive. So you and Clive can go in the field and have some grass.
Clive's not coming. Clive's coming on Boxing Day. My Uncle Clive's vegan, so it's difficult on Christmas Day with Clive.
And I love when he comes in the house, say hello to him with a pig on my hand like that. Hello, Clive. He's like, ugh.
I'm going to get some mac and cheese. I'll get myself some potato waffles and I'll have my own Christmas dinner.
Okay.
I'm going to actually order a nut roast. I'm going to
Ooh,
get
that's
a nut
nice.
roast or a mushroom
Remember
strudel.
when I made that for you?
Yeah.
Lovely, yeah?
I'll have a mushroom strudel. Okay, but I don't need to get anything. I've already bought my Christmas crackers.
Just bring yourself.
Saw them in B&M the other week. Anyway, well, that's all we have time for.
Thank you very much. Oh,
Oh, look at you. Off
Sure,
to London.
Sure arms.
Thank you for hanging out with us this week. It's been really, really nice. It's been lovely. And again, genuinely, thank you for all your questions and comments and any ideas, any topics you want us to discuss. Please, please do let us know. It's lostintranslation@bowermedia.co.uk or lost.in.podcast. And if you've got any mates who you think they might like this pod, please like and subscribe and share far and wide.
Yes.
And
please.
10 points to anyone who listened to this all the way through and understood what you said at the start. We are going to put subtitles on the video version. But if you listened and you think you know what you said, go and check out the
Hey,
video.
lot
See
of
if you got it
people-
right.
A lot of people listen from Spain, you know?
Oh, I know they do.
I got a lot of messages. Please, can you put subtitles? We want to understand it. So
So they can't
your
understand me.
Spanish listeners.
Hola, España.
Oh, hola, españoles.
Hola, españoles.
Muy bien.
¿Cómo está? Feliz Navidad.
Muy bien.
There you go.
Feliz Navidad.
See you next time.